I am Fernando Lora MD. I practice medicine and surgery in Miami, Florida. The coronavirus has demonstrated clearly that humanity has a powerful enemy. It is a diabolical power that has more than 100,000 heads. It is not precisely what President Trump has popularized as fake news. It is much more sophisticated. It is the satanic monster of scientific disinformation because it has been established successfully everywhere on planet Earth. Let's take a hard look at the true facts. Number one, in less than 3 months, the terrorism of disinformation has destroyed the world's major markets and the global economy. Number two, has rendered the majority of human population from poor to destitute. 3. The worst is yet to come. This omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent tyrant of scientific disinformation has successfully terrorized the whole humanity, as a direct result of which the immune system of the world has plummeted to its lowest level since the pandemic of the black fever of the 14th century. That pandemic should have killed around 1 million people. Instead, it exterminated more than 200 million people, due exclusively to human disinformation. One self-proclaimed expert asserted that it was God's punishment. That is how the disinformation began. Due to the complete ignorance of the experts, sure enough, as it has happened so many times in our history, several experts quickly agree to the best treatment. The solution was repentance, and it was mandated enforced cleansing of the soul by 33 lashes 3 times a day, every day. This ignorant, barbaric, criminal remedy given by diabolic authorities terrorized most of humanity, plummeting like today the immune system to the population to the lowest level. If those criminal experts, instead of saying lies, they would have said the truth, which was that they did know nothing. More than 200 million people were not going to die. The more they ran away in fear and panic by food, the lower their immune system became, and the more they died. It was really a crime, because they terrorized the poor people of the world about 700 years ago. Number 4, I have dedicated my life following the dictum of the Hippocratic Oath to lessen the pain and suffering, preoccupation and stress of humanity in general and of my patients in particular. Because pain, suffering, stress, preoccupation, chronic anxiety, fear, and especially terror renders humanity immunodeficient. In other words, this misinformation is rendering the whole humanity immunodeficient, similarly to what happens with the HIV. Number 5, any responsible medical expert should not state any false information, knowingly or unknowingly. The correct posture is to say the truth, like Socrates, who, being honest, stated that the only true fact that he knew was that he knew nothing. The logical question is how these self-proclaimed experts could affirm that the coronavirus is infective for 3 or more days on plaster, or stainless steel. Number 6, I am not saying that the experts are lying. I am questioning how did they know about a new virus. I am eager to be informed of the protocol that they follow. Did they do a randomized prospective study and then they determined scientifically, without a shadow of a doubt, the validity of the assertions? If after this terror passes and their assertions are proven to be true, I will be completely surprised. But I will admire and respect them for their unbelievable talent. If on the contrary, the first expert and all the hundreds that repeated these pseudo-scientific facts will be proven false, all these people should be prosecuted criminally to the limit of the law. Some experts had the temerity to say that 60 million people were going to die in the world. Let me examine the statistics given by the CDC, Center of Disease Control in Atlanta, Georgia. They are the average. A. The SARS-CoV-2 has contaminated until now, April 13, 2020, 9,415,000 persons in the world. 1,883,000 have been symptomatic. 117,500 have died. Mortality index of 0.0015. These are true facts. The disinformation monsters, since cannot lie, does not compare with other illnesses to put all in perspective. Instead, show doctors and nurses dying to perpetuate the panic in the world. B. So far, nobody has had the honesty, not the intelligence, to state firmly, let's compare this illness with others that are similar. If this would be done by patriotic experts, the humanity should be liberated from its state of panic and terror instantaneously. C. Let me compare this epidemic with the familiar flu syndrome. Let me use USA as the example because it has accurate statistics and has advanced technology. The following facts were given by the CDC. I have simplified its numbers in accurate median or averages. Since the 1st of October 2019 to the April 4, 2020, 47,500,000 have had symptoms of flu. 22 million have seen a physician. 560,000 have been admitted to a hospital, and 43,000 have died, with a mortality rate of US population as a whole of 0.13. The SARS-CoV-2 has infected in USA in 4 months 1,883,000 that have presented symptoms. 22,000 have died. The mortality rate of the population of USA as a whole is 0.0066. That means clearly that the influenza virus is twice as deadly as the coronavirus. Could also be said that it's 100% more lethal. The flu, the common flu that nobody pays attention, is 100% more lethal than the coronavirus so far. Another comparison could be made in USA. Cancer kills around 600,000 people a year, with a mortality rate of 0.1 in USA. That is 3,000% more lethal than the coronavirus. 3,000% more lethal. Or put it other way, 30-fold more lethal than the coronavirus. Obesity kills every year in USA more than 300,000 people a year. The so-called pandemic of coronavirus in 4 months has killed 22,000. From this analysis, the following conclusions are true and unquestionable in USA. Number one, cancer is 3,000% or 30-fold more lethal than the coronavirus epidemic. Two, obesity kills more than 300,000 people a year with a rate of 0.09, compared to coronavirus that is 0.0066, 15-fold more deadly, or 1,500% more lethal. Three, the common flu syndrome is 1-fold more lethal than coronavirus, that is 100% more deadly. Four, the most important conclusion that no one can deny is that the merciless, tyrannic monster of the scientific disinformation is the worst public enemy of humanity. I pray on my knees that the following prognostic statement that I will formulate will be proven to be 100% false or wrong. Today, April 13, 2020, I vaticinate that on December 31st, 2020, the death rate of cancer in USA will be equal or even increase in comparison to previous years. It is necessary to point out that the death rate of cancer has been declining slowly every year for the last several years. This year, instead of keeping this decline, will stabilize or maybe will be higher. And in the year 2021, 2022, and 2023, I vaticinate that the death rate of cancer in USA and in the world will increase, which is in itself a tragedy. And this is due exclusively to the terrorism of misinformation that has placed the whole humanity in a state of panic, despair, anxiety, chronic stress, poverty, and terror, all of which has plummeted the immune system of the human race to its lowest level in more than 600 years. So I advise you to keep your immune system up. Don't worry, don't get preoccupied, and if you like this video, share with your friends. You will do them a big favor, and you might even spare them of getting a cancer. Thank you.